Chapter 9 Advanced Coding Concepts. Chapter Outline. In this chapter, you will learn 1. Control structures. 2. Coding in MakeCode Arcade Editor. Ambi. Hey KB, get ready for some super exciting coding stuff. We're going to explore advanced coding concepts using MakeCode Arcade. KB. Advanced coding? What's that? Ambi. It's like moving from basic coding to something more exciting. We'll learn about control structures. Think of control structures like special instructions that make our code do really interesting things. KB. Sounds interesting. What can we do with these control structures? Ambi. It's like telling your computer how to make decisions and what actions to take based on those decisions. For example, there's something called if-else. It's like saying, if it's raining, grab an umbrella. Otherwise, go out and play. KB. Okay, I got it now. But what is this coding in MakeCode Arcade now? Ambi. With MakeCode Arcade, we become the creators of our own games. It's like crafting our own digital adventures. KB. That sounds awesome. Let's get coding and bring our games to life with these cool new tricks. Generally, a program executes its statements from beginning to end, but not many programs execute all their statements in strict order from beginning to end. Programs, depending upon the need, can choose to execute one of the available alternatives or even repeat a set of statements. To perform their manipulative miracles, programs need tools for performing repetitive actions and for making decisions. Such statements are called program control statements. Let us discuss such statements in detail. Control structures. In programs, statements are executed sequentially in the order in which they appear in the program. But sometimes we may want to use a condition for executing only a part of program. Also, many situations arise where we may want to execute some statements several times. Control structures enable us to specify the order in which the various instructions in the programs are to be executed. This determines the flow of control. Control statements define how the control is transferred to other parts of the program. So, we can say that it is a basic block of program that accepts and analyzes different variables and specifies the direction in which to go based on the given conditions. Basically, there are three types of control structures in programming. They are control structures: sequential, selection or conditional, iteration. 1. Sequential. A program is a set of statements which are normally executed sequentially in the order in which they appear, that is, step by step, in an order that they are written. This happens when options or repetitions of certain calculations are not necessary. 2. Selection or conditional. However, in practice, we have a number of situations where we may have to change the order of execution of statements based on certain conditions or repeat a group of statements until certain specified conditions are met. This involves a kind of decision-making to see whether a particular condition has occurred or not, and then direct the computer to execute certain statements accordingly. When a program breaks the sequential flow and jumps to another part of the code, it is called branching. When the branching is based on a particular condition, it is known as conditional branching. So we can say that a selection or conditional control structure is used to test a condition in a program. Condition true, statement 1 followed by statement 2. Condition false, statement 1 followed by statement 2. You apply decision-making or selection in your life so many times. Example, if the traffic signal light is red, then stop. If the traffic signal light is yellow, then wait. And if the traffic signal light is green, then go. 3. Iteration. A computer is well suited to perform repetitive operations. It can do it tirelessly for any number of times. Sometimes we require that a statement or statements should be repeated up to certain time. In other words, if we want to generate an electricity bill of number of customers, in this case, we need to repeat the process of generating a bill up to the number of customers. To fulfill this task, iteration are used. The process of repeatedly executing a block of statements is known as looping. In this chapter, we will learn conditional statements in detail. But before we talk about these statements, you should know basic tools that will help you decide about the logic to solve a given problem. That is logical and relational operators. Logical operators. An expression that combines two or more expressions is termed as a logical expression. For combining these expressions, we use logical operators. These operators work like Boolean variables and return the values true or false. There are three logical operators. They are operator, keyword, and, or, not. And operator. This operator gives the net result true if both the conditions are true, otherwise the result is false. In Python, AND operator is denoted by AND in lowercase keyword, whereas in some other programming languages, double ampersand is used for AND operator. Let us take three variables, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 0. Suppose we have a logical expression A is equal to 10 and B is less than A. Here both the conditions A is equal to 10 and B is less than A are true, and hence this whole expression is true. Expression check result. A is equal to 10 and B is greater than A. True and false, false. B is greater than equal to A and B is equal to 3, false and false, false. Condition 1, condition 2, result. False, false, false. False, true, false. True, false, false. True, true, true. Smart connect. The AND operator will test the second operand only if the first operand is true. Otherwise, ignore it. OR operator. This operator gives the net result false if both the conditions have the value false, otherwise the result is true. In Python, OR operator is denoted by OR keyword, whereas in some other programming languages is used for OR operator. Condition 1, condition 2, result. False, false, false. False, true, true. True, false, true. True, true, true. Let us take three variables A is equal to 20, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 0. Consider the logical expression A is equal to 10 or B is less than A. This gives result true because one condition is true, that is B is less than A. Smart connect. The AND operator will test the second operand only if the first operand is true, otherwise ignore it. Expression check result. A is less than 9 or B is greater than 10, false or false, false. B is equal to 5 or C is greater than 0, true or false, true. NOT operator. This operator negates the value of the condition. If the value of the condition is false, then it gives the result true. If the value of the condition is true, then it gives the result false. In Python, NOT operator is denoted by NOT in lowercase keyword, whereas in some other programming languages, exclamation is used for NOT operator. Let us take three variables A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 0. Suppose we have this logical expression, exclamation A is greater than B. The value of the condition A is greater than 10 is true. NOT operator negates the value of the condition. Hence the result is false. Condition result. False, true. True, false. Expression check result. Not B is greater than C, not true, false. Not A is less than or equal to C, not false, true. Relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare values of two expressions depending on their relations. An expression that contains relational operators is called relational expression. The relational operators are operator meaning less than or equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to. Let us take two variables A is equal to 9 and B is equal to 5 and form simple relational expressions with them. A is less than B, false. A is less than or equal to B, false. A is equal to B, false. A is not equal to B, true. A is greater than B, true. A is greater than or equal to B, true. A is equal to 0, false. B is not equal to 0, true. Coding in MakeCode Arcade Editor. You have become familiar with operators and a conditional construct if-else. Now let us write some conditional code in MakeCode Arcade Editor. Open the browser on your computer and visit the following site: https://arcade.makecode.com. Select the New Project option from the home screen. Enter the name of the project as Logical Operators and click on Create. The MakeCode Arcade Editor screen will appear. Refer to figure 9.1. Create a variable height. For this, select Variables, go to Make a Variable from the toolbox. Enter the name for the variable in the New Variable Name box. Click on OK. Drag the set block of the height variable to the workspace and change its value to 10 as shown below. In the toolbox, select the Logic option and then drag the if-else block to the workspace. Select the AND operator block from the Logic option and drag it to the workspace. Now, add the AND block to the if condition as shown below. Select a comparison operator less than from the Logic option and put it to the left side of the AND operator. Again, drag the comparison operator less than from the Logic option. Put it to the right side of the AND operator. Change the operator's sign to greater than or equal to and less than or equal to from the drop-down list as shown below. Now, set the variables in the if condition. For this, click on the Variables option in the toolbox. Drag the height variable and put it on the comparison blocks as shown. To check whether the height is greater than or equal to 5 and height is less than or equal to 20, set the values for height as shown below. Select the Set Background Color to block from the Scene option in the toolbox. Drag and drop the block within the if condition and set the color to green by clicking in the gray oval area of the block. Similarly, place a Set Background Color to block within the else condition and set its color to yellow as shown. The code is ready. To execute it, drag the code blocks to the On Start block. The color of the simulator screen will immediately turn green. This is because the value of the height variable is 10 in the first line of the code. Hence, the if condition height is greater than or equal to 5 and height is less than or equal to 20 returns true as both the test expressions are true. Now, change the value of height variable in the set height to block as 2. The game simulator screen will turn yellow. This is because when the value of height is changed to 2, the if condition height is greater than or equal to 5 and height is less than or equal to 20 returns false and the program control falls to the else block. Tech terms. Operator, symbol or word that triggers an action or operation. Block, a group of consecutive statements having same indentational level. Looping, the process of repeatedly executing a block of statements.